Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV. In this video, we're going to talk about the top of the food chain adventure touring Gore-Tex boot from TCX. It's been around for a few years. It's a staple of their lineup. $359. It's called the TCX Infinity Gore-Tex boot. Like I said, top of the line. There's nowhere to go up from here in the TCX lineup. If you want to spend a little bit less than $359, you can go down to something like the TCX X5 at $239 or the TCX AirTech Gore-Tex that's going to be $249. Both of those are Gore-Tex. They're a little bit lower and they are very functional, very protective, but they're not as over the top as this boot from a really rugged adventure touring standpoint. So when I say adventure touring all season, Gore-Tex means it's waterproof, breathable, guaranteed for life. It's going to allow your foot to breathe, but it's going to keep all precipitation, rain, sleet, snow out. The water molecules cannot physically get through this membrane, but sweat and water vapor can permeate out. So it allows you to stay cool and dry versus warm and clammy. You know, we also talk about adventure touring, we talk about protection and rugged scenarios. What does that mean? It means you have a full grain leather upper. It's a very rugged boot. If you look at the sole of this guy, it's very stiff. It's meant for protection and shock absorption and durability over long distance rides. Also meant to support your foot, especially if you're standing on the foot pegs. So we check this guy out. This is actually the only boot in TCX's lineup that uses this sole. I'm calling this the Michelin Man sole, because if you think about that, it's the same tire or tread pattern that you see on a tire for a car. The reasoning is you step in a puddle or you hit a patch of water, and it's going to channel that water out to the edges, just like a car tire does. There's a reason you've seen this design before. So really neat thinking. It's forward thinking from TCX. It's also a high grip, oil resistant sole. If we move down here, you see you have additional protection along the lateral side in a high impact area of the foot or along the toe. Reinforced toe cockpit here. And you have a polyurethane rubberized shift pad that actually connects between the boot construction and the sole that goes all the way down along the sides. So like I said, full grain top grain cowhide, or not Lorca, it's top grain cowhide that goes all the way up. It's double stitched. And now the other thing that's really cool, if you look at these, you have these cam lock buckles. Cam lock buckles are very easy to use with gloves on. They're adjustable and they're very durable. We see this on major off-road boots. They're starting to creep their way. They've been on this boot for some time into the sport and adventure touring world. But if you notice how these guys work, or actually we'll leave that closed for now, they pop open, they have two settings, and what you basically do is through this, you're going to set it up to where it's adjusted so that it's the proper amount of tightness, and then just like a snowboard or ski boot, you're just on and off very easily right there, and they live on their own reinforced panels. Before I open this guy up, let's talk about some of the other external features here. Lateral protection on the cockpit. It uses TCX's cockpit, protection on the outside, immediately on the inside. You have a hard part that's built in with comfort lining behind it. It's going to give you good protection in crush zones. As you move around to the back, you have a heel counter. Notice the heel comes all the way up. It's the guard against crushing from the back, and you have flexibility along your Achilles tendon with leather that goes up the whole back of your foot. If we move to the inside of the boot, with a boot this high, you're going to be worrying about heat, and having a boot potentially, if you're wearing on the outside of your pants, come in contact with hot pieces of your motorcycle, like your pipes, like other elements of your engine that would get warm over longer distance riding. So you have this thermal suede that goes up the inside here, again, double stitch, and it's going to be heat resistant. Notice that it's got a cool style to it, but the big piece here is going to keep things from melting on the boot. Notice we have that ankle hard part on the inside as well. If I move to the top of this guy, I love this feature. Whether you wear this boot on the inside or the outside, you have this stretch accordion panel that goes almost 360 degrees around the top, and that's going to create a good seal against your leg, allow for good adjustability, and allow guys with different size calves, that high on your leg, everybody's a little bit different. Whether you have chicken legs or you're a guy that works out and has really huge calves, you should have a good amount of adjustability here. If I come down here, I'm going to open this guy up now, open up these cams. And again, these are polyurethane, they're not aluminum. So they're lightweight and strong. So I have my Gore-Tex membrane that anytime you have a flap like that, it's an area for water to get in. Notice how we have this fly that runs behind it that completes the seal. There's an actually Gore-Tex bootie that's very high, that's built in, non-removable here. It's built in between the layers, between the comfort liner and the exterior, and that's where your main water repellency comes in. Notice at the top of this guy, we have this bubble air mesh. What that does is it creates tiny pockets, allows your foot to breathe, allows heat and perspiration to come off, be absorbed for comfort. It's not going to chafe, but gives you that, keep you a little bit cooler and keep you a little bit drier in the long run. The other thing I want to talk about is the TCX Comfort Fit system. They start with an ergonomic mold of a foot, and they build a boot around it. They don't start with panels and a boot shape and hope they get it right after they put the sole in. So the whole boot is designed very ergonomically for active riding conditions. TCX is an Italian company. They've been making boots for a long time. Fit on this guy, I'm a 43, and most boots that I wear that I consider true to size, we're about a 10 in Nikes, I'm about a 9.5 in a lot of motorcycle boots if you translate it to American sizes. These guys are spot on, with or without a touring sock. I'm gonna be a 43, I feel they fit true to size. Anyway, if you buy them for us, we're going to ship them. It's over 39 bucks, we'll ship it for free. If you do get the wrong size or you feel like you want to test out another size, send the size back to you that you picked up. We're going to send you the new size exchange for free as well. And as always, you know, you're 350 bucks, but anything you buy from RevZilla that's over $100, we allow you to earn TeamZilla cash back. It's automatically earned, automatically applied to your next order. It's our way to save you money in the long run. So once again, this is the Adventure Touring all-season TCX Gore-Tex Infinity Boot, super high boot, top of the food chain, the Adventure Touring line, available at RevZilla.com/TCX-Boots. If you have any questions, shoot us a line, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. I'm Anthony, thanks for watching today. We'll see you next time on RevZilla TV.